right, so good morning, everyone. Welcome to Flow and Yin. So I wanted to start a little bit early just so I can kind of get you guys into your practice mode. And like I mentioned in a previous post, we're going to need today, if you have a yoga strap, we're going to need that. If you don't have a yoga strap, I think Kelly had posted this in another video, but we have a, you can always use like a belt from a robe or an actual belt if you wanted to as well. So that's going to be something we're actually going to start our practice with. And then for the yin portion, we'll probably just need a couple blocks and a blanket as well. All right, so to get started, we're actually going to start in a standing position. You can place the belt nearby you, just on the floor. You're going to have your feet about hips distance apart, and we'll roll the shoulders back, open up the arms, and just come to a mountain pose. Taking your toes, all 10 of the toes, let's lift them off the mat, and just going to place them back down. So this practice is really going to encompass a lot of warming up, obviously, to begin with, with our flow practice, hopefully to allow you to deepen maybe a little bit more into your yin poses today. So just starting here, and then maybe a slight bend in your knees. We don't want to lock out the legs here. So just taking a few breaths in and out the nose, letting it just travel through all the parts of the body. Feeling the energy coming in through your fingertips. Some circles with the neck and with the head, maybe just taking it around and just relaxing yourself here. We don't want the too tense of shoulders, so just kind of taking it easy when we are standing here in a mountain pose. And then maybe taking one more in this direction, this clockwise direction, and then we'll switch. Just taking a couple rotations here to open up and create space in the back of the neck. And just continuing to breathe in and out the nose. All right, excellent. Go ahead and take your chin to your chest, arms will reach up, we'll interlace the fingers. Let's go ahead and just kind of create this little flow. For the head, elbows come out. All right, wonderful. Release the hands down. This is where we're going to grab onto that strap. And what I want you to do is take it into both hands. And take it about, we want to have the arms straight here, so taking it about the distance maybe of your arms extended completely straight. What we're going to end up doing is taking it over the head and behind the back, and then so on and so forth. But we want to make sure we don't want to be ducking down or rounding the shoulders when we're doing this. So having it at a wider grip is probably where you want to start, unless you're like super flexible in your shoulders and you have a lot of rotation. So just kind of starting maybe here, and you can hold it in both hands, just kind of hold it with your fingers, and having it just level with your chest. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. And as we do that, lifting it up above the head, again, just kind of, if it scrapes the head, that's okay, but we don't want to duck, like I said, just kind of keeping it up. And as you exhale, bring it down the back. Good. Inhale again, bring it up. And exhale, right back down to the chest. We'll do that a few times. So again, you might even need to adjust your gripping here as we're going through this as well. All right, inhale, bring it up. And exhale, just kind of bring it down the back. Inhale, lifting it up above the head. Exhaling it down. Nice. Take a nice deep breath in. And deep breath out again, letting it go behind the back. Inhale, reach it up. And then exhale, bring it down. We'll do one more. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath here. And then exhale. All right, last time, bringing it forward. And exhale, down in front. Excellent. Just go ahead and release the strap. We'll put it to this side for now. I use it for one other, maybe a couple more poses as we practice our flow. So again, starting to warm up, hopefully, a little bit, at least the arms and the shoulders are. Let's go ahead, inhale, bring those arms up. So again, still keeping that nice width in our legs, maybe hips distance apart. Exhale, fold it down. And you can have your knees bent to here to start. We'll kind of start working into the hamstrings as we start to move a little bit more. Inhale, again, halfway lift now. Exhale and fold. Inhale, slowly rise, bring your arms above the head, reach them up, and then exhale, hands to the heart center. So just bringing your palms together here, pressing into your breastbone. Again, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring the arms above the head, reach up, palms connect as we bring them down to the heart. All right, we're going to do one more. Again, breath lifts you up. Exhale and fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale and fold. All right, bring it all the way up to stand. Reach those palms up and then connect the hands at the heart. So we'll just take a moment here. So maybe close your eyes. And let's go ahead, set our intention for our practice today. And maybe, and actually I happened to pick a particular card this morning that had to do a lot with resting. So maybe we're taking this time as we're taking yoga classes, if we're at home with our families, just allowing our bodies to rest and not be stressed. Yeah, maybe we're doing things that are just relaxing for the mind. So bringing those in right now and letting everything just kind of come to that point. Perfect. Now I'm going to step to the top of my mat, so go ahead and make your way there as well. All right. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down, reach down for your toes, and again, bent knees or straight legs, depending on what you're feeling already this morning. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale and fold. So we'll plant the hands down. Let's go ahead and step back the left toes. So starting with our runner's lunge, maybe really scooting those toes back. And you know, this could be a position too where we use the blocks for a few moments as we stretch. Lift the chest. Again, not necessary though, but it does give a little more lift. Create some space between your front and your back foot though. All right, I'm gonna move the blocks out of the way and lift myself up to a crescent lunge. And this would have, again, the bend in the back knee, or if you want to straighten the leg, maybe you're kind of working on one or the other. Reaching our arms up. All right, so I am going to jump right into some balancing. So bring the hands to the heart here. We're going to slowly bring this left leg all the way up. And let's go ahead and cross it over the right thigh, sitting down into a little half chair. So like I said, we're going to be opening up everything that we possibly can to get nice and ready for our yin practice today. So flexing your foot, maybe sinking a little lower into your seat. right, go ahead and kind of straighten up a little bit so you can step the leg all the way back. Again, crescent lunge. Beautiful. All right, hamstrings. Let's go ahead and work on those a little bit. So bringing your hands down to the mat or the blocks, and I'll demonstrate it with the blocks here. We're going to step that back foot in just a teeny bit, like literally a couple inches. So still kind of coming into that runner's lunge. So you want to still have it just the leg extended back, front knee bent. Let's go ahead and slowly start to straighten out the front leg. As we do, the back heel starts to make its way towards your mat. Good. Start to bend the knee forward. All right, and then go ahead, straighten out that front leg. Bow in. Good. Again, take it back forward. And then straighten it out. All right, go ahead and just bend it back in. We'll take another breath. I'm going to move my blocks out of the way. Step all the way up to the top of the mat. Wonderful. Going to take the feet apart about hips distance. Grab elbow to elbow. Allow yourself to hang. And here again, since we're still kind of warming up, maybe your hamstrings are a little tight still, so you want to have a slight bend in the knees. Perfect. Go ahead, release the hands to the mat. Let's go ahead and bring the toes back in together. Inhale all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. All right, let's do the other side. Inhale, arms sweep up high. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. So starting to take now the right leg back. Again, blocks if you want them or need them are always going to be here. Yeah, create some length in the back of the leg. Create some space now between the feet if you need to, because sometimes, you know, having your feet too close when you come up to crescent, it's a little wobbly. All right, take your time here, bring yourself up. Yeah, so reaching that lower belly, that heart up. All right, going into the other side for that half chair pose. Bring the hands to your heart. We're going to slowly bring the leg back, bring that right leg up, cross that right leg over, ankle over, have a little seat. So the key is here to keep breathing through the nose and find that point on the wall, or maybe me, hopefully not me, because I am a little wobbly. Go ahead, straighten the leg out just a little bit, step the foot back, crescent lunge. Nice, kind of find your way in there again. All right, so grabbing onto I'm gonna grab onto my blocks again, you don't need to if you don't want to. And we're gonna start to straighten out that left leg as the right heel starts to make its way towards the mat. Good, go ahead and bend in. And then straighten out the leg. Bend in. And then straighten it out. Good. One more time again, bending in. All right, finding that runner's lunge just for a moment. All right, moving the blocks if you're using them, and then taking a big step up to the top of the mat, feet joining, feet meeting together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Let's come all the way up to stand. Bring the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right. So we're going to take, before we start to do some vinyasa, I want you just to kind of do a few stretches here again to kind of work those hamstrings a little more, plus give it a little twisting. So we're going to start by taking the left foot and stepping it back. And we want to have the feet really now pointing the same direction, almost like we're setting up for pyramid pose. So pointing, the hips are forward, they're squared, and the toes are pointing forward. We're gonna reach the arms up. And then we'll slowly, just like we do an open arm twist, that's actually what we're gonna do, is start to open up, taking that right arm back, reaching those left fingertips forward. Good, go ahead and come back to center. We'll try it, go the other way as well. We'll do both sides of both legs. So reaching that left fingertip back, opening up. Good, go ahead and bring it back to center, reach it tall. We'll step the feet in. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, taking the right foot back. Again, kind of setting up for that pyramid kind of stance. Hips adjusted so that they're squared. Good, reach those arms up. This time we'll start opening to the left first. Take the left arm back, right fingertips reach forward. Good, come back to center. And then take it open to the right. So left fingertips forward, right ones come back. Awesome, come back to center, reach it tall. Exhale, step it forward. Good, now we'll do a little bit more before we again move on. All right, so finding some width, and I'll kind of change my body so you can actually see what's going on here. I'm gonna take my feet a little wider this time. So like a short stance, but yeah, anyway. All right, let's go ahead and bring both arms up, so reach them both nice and tall. All right, I'm gonna take my left arm down to my side, and I'm gonna bend my right elbow. You can do a little mudra here if you wish to, or just keeping the hand flat. So what we're gonna do from here is to slowly start to kind of tip over to the left side. Reaching, and you know, maybe you get a little further in this pose than you would a normal side bend. You can take your gaze or your chest up towards the ceiling a little bit. It's a little twisting motion too. Let's slowly bring it back up. It is a little intense, so I just want you to take your time. All right, release the right arm. Okay, we'll take the left arm up. And bending the elbow. All right, starting to tip over now to the right. And once we get to the desired position, just gonna slightly take the chest up, and maybe your gaze follows as well. Good, slowly bring it all the way up, and make your way to the top of your mat if you're not there. We'll inhale, reach up tall, little back bends. Exhale and fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, we'll plant the hands. Take it back to your plank. And then lower down either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Good, inhale, heart lifts. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice hamstring stretch here. So if you can't, like say you're really up like this, just bend your knees and maybe bring the heels a little closer to the ground. So your belly's more on the thighs. You're still pushing away with the fingers. Yeah, just take it wherever you can go. And take a few breaths. All right, let's go ahead, bring the feet together. Inhale up the right leg. We're gonna step it all the way up to the top. Spin the back heel flat and come all the way to reverse warrior. So just reach it up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Finding that connection here. Perfect. Taking a breath. Come back to warrior two. We actually haven't gone there yet. Straighten out the front leg, lengthen the fingers forward, and you can come down to your block or come down to your shin. Good, bend into the front leg, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, planting the left, bringing the right arm up to twist. Hand comes down. Let's go ahead, step back to plank pose. And then exhale, lower down to the mat. Good, inhale, heart lifts. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Yeah, just take a couple breaths before we move on to the other side. All right, let's bring the feet together, inhaling up the left leg. Exhale, step it forward. Again, planting that back heel, lifting all the way to reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Warrior two. Straightening up that front leg, lengthening forward. Triangle pose. Good. Go ahead and add a bend back into the front leg. Cartwheel the arms down. Right hand plants. Lift up that left arm. Exhale, release it down. Step back to plank. And then lower through. Good. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths while we're here. Excellent. Lifting up the heels. Bending our knees. Let's go ahead and take a hop or a walk all the way up to the top of our space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. All right, coming up to our chair. So bring maybe the feet together here. Sitting back down. Excellent. Exhale, folding it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Take it back to plank. Let's lower through here, vinyasa or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, bringing the toes together, lifting up the right leg, stepping all the way up to the top, planting the back heel, reach the arms up, warrior one. Awesome. We'll exhale, hands behind the low back. Now this is a good one for the strap as well, and I'll demonstrate it with that if you have that handy. All right, so maybe instead of interlacing the fingers, we just grab the strap this time. It'll allow again for a little more opening in our shoulders. So we'll still do the same motion. Inhale and lifting for proud warrior. And then exhale, bow your head down. All right, go ahead and release the strap if you have that handy. We're gonna straighten out the front leg and start to rotate your feet so that they're parallel. And now you're in a nice wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold it down. So maybe your head reaches to a block. Maybe your forehead comes to that block. Or your forearms. Or just your hands. Maybe you're just reaching your hands back behind you. Wherever you are, just dropping the head, allowing for some space to be created in the back of the neck. All right, perfect. I'm going to walk my feet in just a little bit so I can kind of transition back. So actually what I'm going to do is turn now towards the back of my mat. So left toes are pointed forward. And I'm going to come back up to warrior one on this side. So reaching up. Okay, kind of sinking in to your warrior one. All right, so same thing on this side. Go ahead and release the hands either to your strap or just to your low back, intertwining the fingers. We'll lift up for proud warrior. And exhale, bow down, humble warrior. All right, releasing the hands to the mat, straightening out that left leg. Again, we're going to turn. This time, bringing the toes so they're pointing out, heels are in. Let's go ahead and lift. Bring the hands to the hips, lift up the body. right, we're gonna reach the arms. All right, so nice, kind of soft in the elbows. We don't have to be reaching out, reaching out. All right, so at the next exhale, let's go ahead and sink down. Go ahead, inhale, reach it nice and tall. Arms reach out. Exhale again, squat down. And then take it back up. One more time, again, squatting down. We'll reach ourselves back up. Bring the hands back to the heart. Start to rotate back towards the front of your mat. Let's step the feet together. Reach those arms up tall. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Perfect. All right. So the next pose that we're going to do is going to again transition us to our in portion. I'm going to grab onto my strap here. And you can do this at the top of your mat, but I'm going to actually do it in the middle so that you can see what I'm doing. So part of it involves squatting. Another part involves kind of doing a little twisting, binding kind of bend. So if you can't quite bring your heels to the ground, I recommend just using a blanket. You can have it unfolded maybe a little bit here. All right, and I'm gonna have my feet together. Actually, I'm gonna use the blanket here just to show you how you can use that. And I'm gonna squat down the best I can. Actually, I might need to even fold the blanket a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so squatting down here. And then what I'm gonna do is just wrap, basically I'm gonna wrap myself just kind of in a bind with this strap. So one arm comes behind the back, another arm just kind of reaches forward. And you know, this is kind of a difficult pose, but you just kind of work with it, do the best you can. It always looks so much easier in a picture. Just kind of taking the arm behind the back. If you don't want to use the strap, you can easily just kind of reach the arm kind of coming into this partial bind here. Or coming this way. Either way, just kind of creating that rotation. Or another variation would be just placing a hand here and rotating open. All right, and then we'll switch. Just kind of taking the other hand down maybe, and taking the other hand behind the back. Go ahead, release. And if you have the blanket behind you, just kind of take a seat on that, or you can always remove it here. And we'll move on to that yin portion I was mentioning. I'm just going to place this to the side and grab your blocks. Hopefully they are handy. All right. So taking the soles of the feet together in front. So hopefully those couple hip openers allowed for this to maybe be a little bit deeper than normal. So I'm going to use my blocks here just to kind of use as something to fold onto. Of course, if it hurts or if it's something you're not comfortable with, you don't have to fold it all. But I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to place my blocks on my feet in front. Allow my arms to rest right beside my body, just kind of even on my shins. And I'm going to allow my forehead just to come to the top of this block. So again, if this is for whatever reason not comfortable for you, you can just stay seated up like this. And while you're in this pose for the next few moments, again, if you find that maybe you can go deeper at this point, you can always make adjustments to the props, the blocks. Maybe sink a little lower in. So while you're here, just going to take a moment, take another breath, and walk yourself slowly up if you're folded down. I'm just going to move these just this side, maybe just actually in front of me for a moment. And I'm going to use my hands to bring the legs together, but I'm also going to take the legs out here into a straddle. All right, so again, feet just kind of turn outward. We're planning to open up this way. We want to try to avoid doing this. So again, turning open. So same kind of situation. If you just want to stay here, maybe this is enough inner thigh for you. If you want a little bit more, and of course, this is what again is about. We want to be able to take ourselves to an edge. So allowing yourself to walk forward, and you're finding that maybe that prop that's in front of you, those blocks, become your support system. Again, gently walking yourself back. We're just kind of lifting yourself up a little bit from if you were folded forward. I am going to move these out of the way. I'm done using those for now. So this is where I'm going to grab that blanket, just going to have it handy behind me. Gently using your hands and just kind of placing them underneath your thighs. Go ahead and bend the knees just really slowly. Be careful. And we'll just do a few rounds of just windshield wiper breathing back and forth. And this will kind of set us up for our next posture also. So just take your time here. Good. And we're going to do a variation of deer pose, which is kind of a twisting posture, but we're going to twist in a little different way. So I'm going to take my leg, my left leg, and set it up so that my shin is parallel to the top or the back of my mat, whatever side you're working with here. And I'm going to take my right leg and kind of create the same shape. You know, I want to have my bottom of my foot parallel with the back of the mat. I want to have the shin now parallel with this long edge of the mat. And normally I would have people fold over the front knee, but today what we're going to do is actually start to twist in a different direction, leaning back. So this is why I find the blankets kind of helpful. Just going to take yourself down. If it's not happening down there, maybe you just stay here on your hands, or if you can move your forearms, go ahead and do that as well. So I'll just kind of make the shift to whatever position is comfortable, and you're going to find a nice stretch right about there. So blocks are also good here if this blankets thing doesn't work for you. As long as the other two poses, so just kind of take a few more moments. But you know, you'll notice as we're here that you do start to eventually relax, surprisingly. Okay, let's go ahead and press ourselves up from wherever we are, or if you're already up, that's awesome too. So same kind of motion that we just did, that whole windshield wiper. Just go ahead and do the same exact thing a couple times, back and forth. And the way it kind of works easily is, so then if we go off to the one side, notice we're already kind of set up now for the other leg, the other direction. So you might need to adjust yourself on your mat a little bit and take your props that you have, if you had any behind you, to readjust those as well. So again, front shin is parallel to the top of your, or back of your mat, the shorter end. The foot's, again, with the longer end. Back leg shin along with the longer edge of the mat, and the bottom of the foot with the shorter edge of the mat. All right, so same thing as before. I want you just to kind of recline back if you can. If you can't, that's okay too. your edge. Maybe on your hands is your edge. Yeah, just kind of take it wherever you feel the most comfortable or guided to. Maybe your body's guiding you to something a little deeper. And we'll just be here a couple more minutes. Back up to your hands. Good. Let's do a few little swipes of the legs back and forth. And if you want to, you can always walk them in a little closer like I just did. Alright, so coming to the last couple poses here. I'm going to take my blanket for the next one. And we're going to come into a child's pose. So if you notice, we didn't do one during our vinyasa practice at all, because I was saving it for here. Okay, and I'm going to use my blanket, like I said, and just kind of make it nice and wide, so that I can support my knees and my feet. All right, so wide-legged child's pose. Bring the toes together to touch in the back, knees about the width of your mat. If you want to bring even wider, that's even more awesome. You can use a block for your forehead if you can't quite bring the head down to the mat, or if you want to bring your hands and create a little pillow like that for yourself. But just gonna walk yourself out, relax yourself down. Allowing your hips to melt towards your heels. so start to walk yourself back up. And we can swing the legs around. And so for this particular practice today, we're going to do a little breath and body awareness as part of our Shavasana. So I would like you to go ahead and prepare for your Shavasana. So using, again, if you want to use the blanket or any props that you have handy, go ahead and get them into position for yourself and allow your body to get as still as you can. Obviously I can't force you to be still. With any other kind of practice, we always want to move around a little bit. So just come to still as you possibly can be. And use any, like I said, the props to allow the body to be comfortable. And take the time that you need to adjust those props. And you may also use this time to remove any eyeglasses or hairbands or anything else that causes a distraction during this practice. And then we're here just for a few moments. Check your alignment, especially through the spine and head, and let yourself feel symmetrical from right to left. So make any final adjustments, and then allow your body to settle into stillness. Your eyes may be gently closed or partially open with a soft focus. Say mentally to yourself, I will stay awake for the practice. Feel how your entire body is being supported. Notice how the legs, the arm, the trunk, the head, how they all feel supported. And become aware of your breath. So again, maybe it's the breath coming in and out of your nostrils. Or maybe you can feel it lifting and lowering your belly. Or maybe it's a sensation as it travels through your body. And then listen to the sounds around you and let your awareness move in a circle, picking out sounds in all directions. And listen for sounds outside of this room, sounds close to you or inside of your body. Now begin to focus the movement of the breath in the chest. Feel any rise or fall of the chest with your breath. And with each breath in, mentally repeat breathing in. And with each breath out, repeat breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Stay aware of the breath in the chest. Stay awake. And keep the awareness on the breath. Stay aware. Let go of the mental repetition of breathing in and breathing out. And let go of the awareness of the breath in the chest. Become aware of your right hand. right shoulder, right side of the head and the neck, right side of the trunk, right hip, right leg, right ankle, and right foot. The right side of the chest, the right side of the back, the right side of the buttock, the back of the leg, the right side and the back of the head. And then become aware of the left side, the left hand, the left arm, the left shoulder, the left side of the head and the neck, the left side of the trunk, the hip, the left leg, left ankle, and left foot, left chest, left side of the back, left side of the buttock, the back of the left leg, the left side of the face, and left side of the back of the head. The whole front of the body, the whole back side of the body, the whole right side, the whole left side, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. So listen for the sound of your breath, sounds in this room and sounds outside of this space. Remember the room around you and remember the walls, the floor, where the doors are, and remember your position in this room. Feel what's touching your body and feel the air against your skin, the clothing or blankets against your skin, and what's supporting you. Feel every point where your body is supported. And be aware of your entire body from head to toe, and breathe deeply in and out of the body. Begin to gently move and start with your feet, head or your hands, and let the movement spread throughout the entire body. Turn yourself softly to the left for just a few breaths, resting in the fetal position. And then gently starting to guide yourself up to a seat. With your eyes remaining closed or at a soft gaze. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to our hearts. So thank you very much for sharing your practice, your energy with me this morning. Believe me, I can feel it through the video. So have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your week, and I'll see you again on Monday in the evening for a full practice of Yoga Nidra with some flow. So I can't wait to see you guys again. Have a good rest of your day and week again. Have a blessed weekend. Let's bring the thumb knuckles up to your third eye, center of the forehead. The divine light in me honors the divine light in each of you. And together we bow. Namaste. when you're ready, open the eyes, have a great one, and I'll see you again very soon. All right, take it easy. And thank you for everyone that joined in. Bye.